We've been challenged to each buy a car for under 50,000 Rand to compete against one another in a mystery challenge. The search began on Marketplace, and neither of us had any idea what the other was buying. And for 50k, you'd be surprised at the amount of car you can actually buy. And straight away, I was already being tempted by old Mercs. But I wanted something a bit more interesting. And before long, we'd both found cars that piqued our interest.
The search took me all the way to the East Rand to find the fastest thing possible. It was clear to me that the car had been worked on. I mean, listen to the sound it makes.
Seeing as my car was so against the grain and mostly old, it required a thorough inspection. A few things raised concern, but nothing our mechanic couldn't sort out. A price was agreed upon, and I knew for sure Dubz wouldn't match this, whatever the challenge.
I have chosen the only car that makes sense. A car that has huge performance from a very willing engine. The Renault Megane RS 225. This car is incredible. I'm talking 0 to 100 in exactly 6.5 seconds from a 2-liter turbocharged engine kicking out 165 kilowatts and 300 Newton meters of torque. All those 300 Newton meters of torque are readily available from as little as 2,000 revs. This is a machine. Dynamite comes in small packages.
I think you might agree my choice is a little bit less ostentatious.
A 1974 AMC Hornet, but not just any Hornet. This one's the highly desirable Sportabout wagon, and it's got the legendary 4.1 litre straight 6 motor.
And that 6-speed manual gearbox, it's just incredible. Redlining at 7,200 revs. This is a pocket rocket, one of the hottest hatches back in 2005.
It wasn't the flame decals or the single exit straight pipe exhaust that sold me. No, with this challenge, I wanted something that could be put through Armageddon. I needed to be prepared for anything. This car is powerful, reliable, easy to work on, and it's probably, well, it might as well have been made out of concrete.
And now that you're familiar with the legendary metal I have chosen, the only thing left to do now is meet up with Dubz and have our challenge revealed to us. But unfortunately, the Hornet had other plans.
Look how much oil it's leaking, bro. It's leaking everywhere, man. And I pulled over. I stopped at a tire shop because this wheel feels like it's going to fall off.
Unsurprisingly, I arrived at the meeting point first, which gave me plenty of time to think what kind of elderly car Sam might have chosen. And where is he?
I can only imagine that Sam probably chose an old Mercedes. Oh.
You are kidding me. There is no ways this man chose a Renault for this challenge.
What on earth
There
is
is
this?
no ways.
Oh. And he parks the car!
Sorry,
What
let me
made
just
you, Sam?
let me just try and get it into
What
gear.
an idiot!
Oh,
What an utter
sorry.
idiot!
It's a little bit sticky. And
This is a piece of to prove that you come and you bum my car.
no, Dubz. This is a
come
very, very well-respected car.
What is this?
This is a 1974 AMC Hornet Sportabout wagon. And by the way, let me just say that this was a
Wait.
50,000 mystery car challenge, not buy the most unreliable car you can find challenge, Dubz. You've gotten it completely wrong here, my man.
Okay, wait, I'm gonna come to this in a second. Which dump site did you pick this thing up from? And how is that engine still running? Is that even a stock engine?
This is the stock engine. This is the 4-liter straight 6, straight out of a Chevy. This
Wow.
engine, believe it or not, this is the engine that made this car so successful in the 70s. This solved an oil crisis issue for the United States. Well, at least for the consumers it did.
I want to get through here, but
Jeez,
Sorry for damaging your car over there.
I'm sorry.
You know
Just
what?
have
The
bear
good
with
thing
me.
is
Yeah.
your car is entirely made out of plastic. So the only thing that happened to your car was the bumper just like slightly concaving inwards.
Technically,
But it looks like
yeah.
nothing's happened.
No, luckily.
Absolutely nothing. It's a little bit fragile, so just take it. Oh no, okay. That door, you have to open it from the side. Don't break it. Listen, don't break it. You have to open it from the side.
This really is a piece.
It's called anti-theft.
Oh
man.
my gosh, anti-theft.
It's anti-theft.
Look, if this was the rear seat, I'd think you'd have child lock. And
No,
okay,
not
well,
at all.
did I break something?
No, that's just the steering wheel locking. That's the second anti-theft
It's like,
method.
you know the microwave thing, that ping.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to know what the best part is? Start it.
Okay. Where's the keys?
You don't need a key to start it, actually.
Don't joke.
No, I'm being dead
Sorry, I
serious.
just turned this,
You just turn it, and she fires straight to life.
and it's an auto.
On the key, bro. On the turn. Boom, done. That's it.
And what's happening here? Like, can you even? Are the wheels moving?
No.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's probably the best part about
Oh
this.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, a few things. Does this radio work?
No.
Okay. Do you have air conditioning?
I do not have air conditioning, Dubz.
My word.
Dubz was quick to criticize, but he literally went out and bought a French sports car for 50 grand. On what planet did this man think that was going to be a good idea?
You know what? I know what the first frame of mind here was. Did you
Okay.
just go, you know what? I'm just gonna
Okay.
pick the fastest thing I can find.
Yes.
I knew it. It's exactly
course.
that, isn't it?
Because I mean, should I have to? And I reckon we probably got a track challenge.
Bro, it's already falling
Sorry,
to pieces.
I forgot. Some of us still had central lock. You know what I mean?
I'll unlock
could
it
you
for you.
open it for me?
I mean, I would try, but like your door handle
Yeah, I
is
probably have to come around.
completely falling to pieces, dude.
But,
do you mind if I
so-
sit
Sure,
in here for a second and
sure.
just poke and prod over here?
Okay, but Sam, let's be honest.
Dude, you don't even have a radio.
Doesn't matter. You know what? Start it up.
Is it software tuned?
Start it up.
Dubz, is it software tuned?
Start it up, Sam.
Oh no, bro, you
it up.
have not. It doesn't want to start. It's one of those silly Renault key cards where it doesn't even know what
It was very
name it is.
futuristic at the time. You know, keyless.
Card not detected. Can you even start
That's
your car?
probably the spare. It's the batteries. Nothing
Oh,
that we can't
really?
solve.
So
Yeah,
in between
slide
one of
this
these
in.
keys, it's the right key. All right. Where do you?
There,
oh,
start,
right there.
stop button. Who needs a radio? Come on, give it a few. Just give it a few. Higher.
And you're telling me mine sounds like I'm an idiot?
No, but this for the car works. Look, I've got Brembo brakes, and how cool was that baby?
Did you find this in
Out of 10.
Boxburg?
Sam, we got company.
What?
Are you expecting someone?
No.
Hang on.
Guys. Oh.
Cross-border
That's not gonna help
vehicle.
anything.
Cross-border division, vehicle export, South Africa. Hello, sir. How are you? No, thank you. Sorry, I just need to know it.
Dubz, what is that?
We've got an envelope that says Sam and Dubz in it.
Just check what's inside of it. Oh wait, hang on a minute. My phone's ringing.
Well, that's great. I thought it was a car.
Dear
That's
Sam
good,
and
man.
Dubz. Dubz, what's inside of there?
It looks like airplane tickets.
Where are they going to?
Zim. And I guess that explains the cross-border division.
Dear Sam and Dubz, congratulations on finding your 50,000 Rand cars for the mystery challenge.
Can't be good.
Your cars will be exported to Zimbabwe,
Oh my gosh.
where you will drive a grueling 600 kilometers from Bulawayo to Victoria Falls. You're gonna do this in an RS.
Wait, Sam, hang on. We can't do this.
It gets better. It gets better. It gets better.
There's no-
You have less than 20 days to prepare your cars, and the winner will be whoever manages to get their car across the finish line. It says here at the end, this is not a race, but rather a test of survival. On those rims!
Okay, I'm sorry. We need to object. Sam, we can't go to Zim.
This car's gonna fall to
can't-
pieces!
We can't go to Zim, Sam. We can't go to Zim.
We'd been entered into the Zimbabwe Safari Rally, an exhausting 3-day, 600-kilometer adventure through the roughest of African terrain. This rally is known for funky cars, wild banter, jaw-dropping scenery, and of course lots of breakdowns, which isn't at all good for me. But thankfully, all we needed to do now is get the cars to the mechanics at Steve's Auto Clinic. Should be easy, right?
We're towing it. We're towing it.
I was stranded right alongside Winnie Mandela Drive. And to add insult to injury, somebody came past and told me it looked like the car had carrots painted on the side. How embarrassing. The only solution was to go to a nearby dealership and hustle a tow rope. Eventually, we got the car hooked up and made our way to Steve's.
It was no surprise to me that Sam wouldn't be making it here in his ancient artifact. His only saving grace is that Steve is a wizard with classic cars.
The Hornet's problem was easily sorted and boiled down to a poorly calibrated carb, and Steve got it running within minutes.
The cars were then taken into the workshop for an inspection before the service, where we discovered my Renault had its engine swapped out at some point in its life to a newer Megane 3 RS motor, which explains the immense power. But unfortunately, my brake pads were completely worn out and there were a few electrical gremlins to sort out.
Little could be done about the Hornet's oil leak, as it proved to be impossible to find a rear main seal for a 1960s AMC outside of just buying a whole new engine. I contemplated it, but it would have put me deeply out of budget, so the only solution would be frequent top-ups. The next step was to jump on Goldwagen's parts finder to order the necessaries for the servicing and fixing of small issues on both of our cars. This platform makes it so easy to get a quote on the parts you need, and what's even better is that Goldwagen carries stock of parts for nearly 20 different brands, so the chances of finding what you're after are always high. After that, I popped into my nearest branch, presented the quote, and I was on my way within minutes to drop off the supplies at Steve's Auto Clinic.
Steve finished with the Renault first, so I took it straight to Evolution Wheel and Tire, where the team was intent on fitting it with Accelera Rally tires. And in case you were wondering, no, 15-inch rims do not clear Brembo brake calipers. So the team hatched a plan to fit spacers and physically shave down the inside of the rim. Needless to say, the end result was impeccable. Look at the stance. It's basically a rally car.
What do you mean there's been an issue with the paperwork? No. Do you know that we have less than a week. The cars need to be on a trailer by the 6th. It's the 29th. And you're telling me I need to get a new car?
With the little time I had, I quickly jumped onto Marketplace to find another car. And I needed to buy it today, otherwise I could kiss the chances of getting it registered, cleared by the police and put on a TIP away. And now that I was aware of the challenge at hand, I knew exactly what car I needed. But seeing as I'm keeping this whole fiasco a secret from Dubz, you two will only find out what I bought when the cars arrive in Zimbabwe. She presented well with a few issues here and there, but she drove and stopped in a straight line. And honestly, the sunroof was a major selling point for me, now that I knew we'd be cruising through the beautiful Zimbabwean bushveld on the Safari Rally. So of course I bought it. And since we couldn't fit the same 15-inch rally tire to my car, we opted instead for a white wall Accelera tire that's been rated for its strength as well as durability. It also looks pretty rad on the car, but you're gonna have to wait and see. The team at Evolution Wheel and Tire hustled to get me back onto the road as quickly as possible so that I could make it back to Steve's Auto Clinic in time for them to still do a service as well as install an electrical fan just in case we encountered overheating problems. The very next morning, the cars were loaded onto the truck with Vehicle Exports South Africa. These guys source and export cars all throughout Africa, from Toyotas to Ferraris. If you live in Africa, there is no better way to safely buy vehicles across border, which made Vehicle Exports South Africa the perfect partner to transport our cars. And once they're loaded, the next time we see them will be in Zimbabwe. Upon our arrival in Bulawayo, we made our way to Banff Lodge, where we'd be staying for the next 2 nights before chaos erupts. They have stunning rooms with modern amenities and undoubtedly the best food and vibe you can experience in Bulawayo at Bully's Pub, relaxing alongside the pool.
And although we'd be staying in the luxury of Banff Lodge for the next few nights, on the rally we'd be camping. And seeing as our cars had not yet arrived in Bulawayo, we took a stroll to a local supermarket which basically had everything under the sun.
With our supplies secured for the grueling journey that lay ahead, I received a phone call, and unsurprisingly, it was bad news.
So you guys are supposed to start moving tomorrow.
Yeah, we need to move tomorrow 9 a.m. Why?
But now, so it's confusing because the cars are still on my trailer, meaning they haven't yet floated.
Our now wrapped and stickered cars had raised suspicions at the Beitbridge border because they looked like race cars. This caused massive delays for Vehicle Export South Africa's carrier that had already arrived at the border a day prior for clearance. It was now 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and we needed our cars the very next day. It quickly became clear that we might need to physically go to Beitbridge and drive our cars across the border ourselves. But the only problem is that Bulawayo is 320 kilometers away from Beitbridge, a 4-hour drive. Heading in that direction now to fetch the cars would mean arriving at the border in darkness and driving back to Bulawayo during the AMs in the dead of night. And coincidentally, the number one thing that you are recommended not to do in Africa is drive at night. Subscribe and stay tuned for part 2 to find out what happens, and if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, share it with a friend.